creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
You are watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am your host, Kyle Wallace, and I'm coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Remember, Truth Nation, you can always join in on today's conversation by simply calling in or texting in at 833-212-1017. Again, the talk and text line for 1017 The Truth is always 833-212-1017. You can also watch and stream us live on the YouTubes by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That is 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Shout out to Rhea Riley, producer, holding it down on the ones and the twos.
What up, what up?
And shout out to you, Truth Nation, as always. Before I get into what I was going to talk about, Rhea, have you seen the story about Deion Sanders and him having bladder cancer?
I saw it, and I saw Cruci Tran. I had
that was what I was going to talk about. Is shout out to Deion Sanders for being able to have this cancer battle and talk about it and encourage people to get checkups, especially talking about black men, but all people with black men getting checkups. So shout out to him as he fights through that, and looks like he's going to come out on the other side good. But Cruci ain't got no type, huh? I guess she do. Money.
Did they say she was actually dating him?
You didn't see? She was in the hospital with him.
No, I saw that, but they didn't clarify.
No, she's holding his hand, walking down. They ain't friends. They ain't just friends. He is 20 years her senior. Cruci ain't seen a man with money that she didn't like. Clearly, she was with the woman beater and Chris Brown, and now she with a person 20 years her senior, and Deion Sanders. Deion got kids her age. Or I guess a little younger than her, but I don't know what to think. What do you think? Do you judge women who or men, whoever, people who date up like that simply not for love but for money?
Do you know the age difference?
Yeah, it's a 20-year age gap. She's 37, he's 57.
If you got kids that are like almost my age, we don't need to be dating.
Yeah, but I mean, she's an attractive woman, so it ain't like she can't find somebody her own age.
Doesn't she make music?
Karuchi.
What does she do?
She make love with people who make music. That's all. I don't. She's a socialite. I'm dead serious. I don't think
she doesn't have a title.
I don't think she's an attractive woman that knows how to stay famous by dating people with money. I that's all I can give you.
Well, if that's like her job, if you will, then I guess it's fine.
What were the Kardashians famous for before? Like, not the father, but the children.
I mean,
shout out to Ray J.
Yeah, but they all kind of made their own.
They took the fame from Ray J and Kim, and they were able to parlay that into different things.
Yeah.
I think the TV show came after that, I believe.
The TV show came after the video.
Keeping up with the Kardashians. So, hey, I mean, Chris know what to do with them. She knows exactly what to do with them. But Truth Nation, make sure y'all watch and stream us live on YouTube. That is, again, 1017 The Truth on YouTube. And today off the top, I'm going to revisit a conversation we had a couple weeks ago.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Off the Top on Truth to Power. Kyle, let Truth Nation know what you got to get off your chest today.
On 1017 The Truth on YouTube, that's 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Ant said a lot of young women like older men. I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure. And some of it is love. Some of it for sure is love. I'll never know. I'm going to be locked in for life. I'm a one-woman man. I said one-man woman yesterday. I'm a one-woman man forever. My daddy said it's cheaper to keep her, so. Moving on. So for a few weeks, or not for a few weeks, so a few weeks ago, right? Rhea, you probably remember this conversation. And Truth Nation, you probably remember this discussion as well. I had a conversation talking about the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors voting down and voting against the development project for McGovern Park here in Milwaukee, a.k.a. McGov Park. Now, this project would have been low-income housing for seniors. And we all know that there is a need for quality low-income housing for seniors because we know some of the housing that Hackham oversees has some issues for seniors. And so having a quality housing for seniors is something that is a priority for this community. I think for a lot of us, we can all agree that we want to have great housing for our seniors. Now, the county executive, he planned to use, in order to fund that, he had two sources of funding. He planned to use $2 million that was earmarked from the federal government to help assist with the project, plus Jewish Family Services, a nonprofit organization that has multiple developments already in Milwaukee County. They planned to manage and also pay for some of the development of the senior housing facility. And again, they have a proven track record. So there was a money that didn't really have to come out of our taxpayers' dollars in order to do this. Now, the new housing project was proposed because you have a gap in housing. There's a need for housing. But then on top of that, it was an opportunity to build a brand new senior housing facility at McGovern Park. The one right now has a lot of maintenance issues. And so it would have replaced an aging and outdated McGovern Senior Center. Now, currently, the McGovern Senior Center is going to cost the taxpayers $1.75 million over the next 5 years in order to continue to maintain it. And right now, it seems that the county executive and his team have no real interest in putting any funds or any money, any resources in trying to update one of my frat brothers just came by. I actually got to call him. I was like, call me. I'm sitting on air. Call me, bro. What up to Brother Farrington, Tayron Farrington. I'm sure a lot of y'all know Tayron. But putting any money into building or updating these outdated facilities. Now, those who were against this believe that developing public parks for public housing was a no-no, right? They said absolutely not. And when I think about that, you know what? I feel like people have every right to push back against that and have every right to voice their opinions. They felt like giving up 5.5 acres out of 61 acres of total land for affordable senior housing was a non-starter. I may disagree with that, but that's how they felt. Again, more power to you. I strongly disagree. Well, here's the thing. Rhea, you remember me talking about the seniors? So here's the thing. We fast forward now about a month, a little over a month ago. We fast forward now, and there are no reports out that the money that was supposed to be, for the federal money, it won't be going towards rebuilding or it won't be going towards updating McGovern Park. There was a report by Urban Milwaukee that came out that there is no money placed in the 2026 budget for any maintenance updates for McGovern Park building. So McGovern Park looks like it may be getting phased out, which in the end hurts the community. Because in this proposed potential budget for 2026, if there is no money to maintain a building that needs to have $1.75 million over the next 5 years projected, you know how the math is out of the county, usually it's shoddy and they're coming up short. But if they're not going to invest in it in 2026, what makes you think they're going to invest in it in 2027? You have to read the tea leaves, Truth Nation. And what you are seeing here is more than likely that they're not going to continue to have this building in use. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but my fear is that if they're not going to fund to make sure the HVAC system is working, if they're not going to fund to make sure that things in the basement is working, they're not going to fund to make sure that the rust is taken care of, the maintenance things that you need to do in a building, understand that means that they don't prioritize this building. And when you don't prioritize a building, more than likely it's going to be part of a bigger plan to completely phase out and close the building. And if you do continue not to fund that, then it's going to be a negative for the community because now the community no longer has this building that they can go to. So in the end, if McGovern Park were to close, and not the park, McGovern Senior Center was to close, it does nothing but hurt the community. In the end, this hurts our community. People will no longer have an affordable community gathering place to go to. People will no longer have a place to gather and socialize for the elderly population, a place for physical fitness and wellness, a place where you could get a bite to eat. And the sad part is the same folks who voted against building a new senior center are going to be the exact same folks that are complaining and crying when they end up closing McGovern Senior Center. That's the sad part about it. And again, the thing that frustrates me and my biggest beef with Milwaukee is that we see problems, but we never find solutions. We love to yell and scream, but we don't like to have the tough and real conversations that you need to have when you want to run a successful county, a successful city, a successful community. No, I agree. It's not ideal to build a housing development on park lands. That's not the number one thing that we want to do. But we have to understand the economy doesn't care about what is ideal. It doesn't. Tariffs don't care about what is ideal. Inflation doesn't care about what is ideal. Too many of y'all is living in this la-la delusional land where y'all just think things magically are going to happen. So a lot of people yelled and screamed that we want to protect our 5.5 acres or 61 acres of land. And again, fine, everybody has a right to their opinion. That's what life is all about. But what we have to understand is this. They don't magically have money that they're just going to be able to put towards this. And just like in any business endeavor, which Milwaukee County is a business, it's a business that can run a deficit, but it's a business. And like any business, if there is a negative return on any asset you have, guess what? Rhea, you know what you do if you have a negative return on an asset? You dump it. You get rid of the asset. You sell the asset. You move on from the asset. And if you look at the senior center, and if you're dumping all this money into the senior center, and you're saying, wow, every year it seems like we just got to keep doing maintenance, all of a sudden you're going to be putting more cost in to maintain the building versus what it costs to actually build a new building. And again, we had an out. But the Milwaukee County Board, 10 of the people on the Milwaukee County Board decided they didn't want it. Some community members decided they didn't want it. And so now it is what it is. So we turned down $2 million from the federal government to help build housing, senior housing in a new senior center. We turned down the Jewish Family Services that was willing to also contribute to building and developing this new building. And now what we're going to hear probably in the next, and I plan on being on Truth to Power for many years to come, so I'm sure I'll bring this up again. So probably, 2026, 2027, when they're talking about having to close senior centers because we have a budget deficit and we have to find a way to fund these things, I'll gladly say, I told you so. But my question for some of y'all who are against this, specifically for the 10 county board members, who I know some are probably listening right now, for the 10 county board members who turned down the redevelopment of 5.5 acres out of 61 acres of land for low-income housing that is desperately needed in our community, in a brand new senior center at McGovern Park in our community. For those who voted against it, once again, you have every right to do that. My question is, what's next? What is your plan? I know you did not vote no without having an alternative. That wouldn't be Milwaukee-like to vote no and just say, well, we'll figure it out later. Because y'all better not be thinking about, and it better not be an alternative to try to raise taxes, property taxes, or come at our pockets even more than what we already have to come. The sales tax in Milwaukee is extremely high. And we pay it because we have to. And honestly, because they went behind our backs to do it. But we have to understand is that we had an opportunity to fund this with already our federal dollars. Don't we realize is when you get taxed, when your check come from your job and you see federal coming out of that check, that money that you get from the federal government is your money. And so to those 10 county board members who turned down free money, who turned down Jewish family services in the Milwaukee County to build new housing for seniors, to build a new senior center, what is next and what are you going to do? Because again, you won 10-7, you won the vote, but I haven't heard anybody come out with an alternative plan or what we're going to do. And again, if the plan starts with taxing, if the plan starts with raising money through property taxes allocation, then that is a bad plan. I expect everybody to vote no against it. Again, Milwaukee gets in its own way so many times. We cry about how we need to have affordable housing, which I agree with, especially for the seniors. We have an aging population now where the baby boomers, they need senior centers. But now you have Gen X who is moving into that age bracket as well, where some of them have health difficulties and they need those centers. And so we need to have more places and spaces. And unfortunately now, what we're going to see in the conversation that's going to be had when they have these debating conversation, mark my words, McGovern Park Senior Center will be on the chopping block to be closed because they will not want to pay for the maintenance on the building because it is not cost effective to do that. This is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. If you have any comments about the potential closing of McGovern Park Senior Center, you can always call in, text in 833-212-1017. Or you can always join in on the chat on YouTube by going to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. That is 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. But off the top, I just had to let everybody know what was happening. Because again, people love to yell and scream about what they don't want, but don't love to yell and scream about what the solution could be. And I will never, ever, ever not think this is not unfortunate. Because I can tell you right now that most of these folks don't even go to McGovern Park that was up in arms about this. But 833-212-1017. When we come back in 3 minutes, Truth Nation, I have a video. Shout out to Rhea. I got a video. There's been a lot of talk about what happened on Water Street this past weekend, right? There's been a lot of talk about that. And there was a couple videos going around. And there was a video going around that had some young folks who were talking about they like to cause problems, they like to cause trouble, and then you heard gunshots follow. In 3 minutes, Truth Nation, keep it locked because shout out to Rhea. She edited the video. You can go to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. In 3 minutes, we're going to play the video. You're going to hear the audio, and we're going to have a real discussion how we must finally admit that we have an epidemic on our hand right here in the city of Milwaukee. This is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace. In 3 minutes, a community conversation takes place.
More of Truth to Power is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Crew Tuesdays are back on July 29th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in July 29th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because their home policies help protect your dreams and come with a peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote from an agent at amfam.com. Product not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned as operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Join Outreach on Thursday, July 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to learn how prenatal care, routine well child visits, and habits that empower parents for healthy pregnancy. Call 414-727-6320 to register today.
This is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am Kyle Wallace, and we're coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The Avenue is packed and popping right now. A lot of people out there enjoying a good lunch. You can come on down and say what's up through the glass to all of your favorite Truth hosts from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're always here. Oh, sometimes remote. I mean, I am.
Are you lying?
I am many times remote. I'm a busy man, Rhea. What can I say?
I'm saying.
I'll be especially the next 2 weeks. I legitimately, I'm out of the office 3 times this week for shows, and then next week I'm out of office 3 times next week. I'll be at State Fair, I think 3 times in the next 6 days. Yeah,
What you eating at State Fair?
Oh, you didn't hear my show yesterday?
I didn't catch
the
it.
bugs. No, I ain't eating. I don't know. Cheese curds probably. Something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. But 833-212-1017. Again, that's the Truth Talking text line. You can always watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe as we are on our road to 5,000 subscribers. And also give us a thumbs up and a like. Now, on the other side, I alluded to what happened on Water Street. And again, what's new, right? This is like a broken record, right? Every week it seems like something's happening down on Water Street, unfortunately. And again, I think right now what we have to admit, Truth Nation, we have to come to the realization that we have an epidemic happening in our community. It's an epidemic that's been happening for many years, but at this point it's getting more dangerous Because what happened during the Milwaukee Bucks championship run, when the Milwaukee Bucks won a championship and gunshots rang out, that was an anomaly at that time because that was on Water Street. Typically, that type of stuff did not happen. Now, I know personally because I've been going to Water Street since I was 18, 19 years old. Mama, if you're listening, talk to your son, your other one. And so I've been hanging out, going out for a long time. Heck, I remember going down to River Splash, which there were some issues and fighting at River Splash as well. But the gunplay out from my 21 to probably about 28, 30 when I was still going out, there wasn't too much gunplay that happened on Water Street. Now, some of y'all be mad about the twerking on the top of the cars in the middle of an intersection or people just gathering in the middle of the street. I agree that is a nuisance. I do agree. I have a little ratchet in me too, so I enjoy seeing it. I've been part of that before, but it's harmless. It's a nuisance, but it's harmless, and that can be easily solved. It's just young folks having fun. That's what that is. It's young folks having fun, watching somebody shake some of that behind. Ain't nothing wrong with shaking behind, is it, Rhea? Everybody can shake behind. That's man, woman, whoever.
Yeah.
Granny.
Grannies.
Yeah, hey, if Granny want to drop it like Granny's is young now. Granny's can be in their Grannies are out kicking it now. I just want you to understand.
Outside.
You can be in your 40s and a granny. You can definitely there's some millennial grannies out there right now. So just so y'all know, they can be out here throwing that thing. But back to what I was saying, is this weekend what happened was something worse than just shaking behind. And the reason why I think it was worse is because of what I saw on video. Now, on Water Street, there was another shooting which occurred. And what I saw on social media, Truth Nation, was appalling. There was a man on social media who looked like he was suffering from a gunshot wound. He looked like he had a whole bunch of red under his arm and he was running and he was telling the police, he was pointing in a direction. It was horrific. Horrific seeing that man. Looks like he survived, but he was to the police and police kind of grabbed him and put him to the ground and continued to run towards the gunfire. But that was bad enough. But what makes things worse is that these young folks who were doing some of the shooting actually recorded themselves being reckless. I would like to believe those in this video that you are about to see are better than what we will see, and that this is just some misguided folks. But again, just because you are misguided does not give you an excuse for putting other people's lives at risk, especially when it's unnecessary and for me, it's unforgivable. Go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube because I'm going to play the video that was posted on social media, and it had me baffled. And it was people who were purposely and joyfully and happily bragging about trying to wreak havoc on our community. Go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube to watch the video of people bragging about shooting guns.
We on water, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I'm on straight nigga. I don't never come to water for fun, nigga. I come for all violence, nigga. You ain't got all violence, nigga. We on water, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I'm on straight nigga. I don't never come to water for fun, nigga. I come for all violence, nigga. You ain't got blood ass. He ain't got blood. Hey, oh my daddy.
I come to Water Street for straight violence. Now, it's one thing, listen, we all done talk crazy. Come on now. I mean, Rhea don't seem like much of a fighter, but I'm sure Rhea done been tested and said, I'll bust her in her head. I'm sure we all thought we was a head buster at some point, right?
Yeah, okay.
You ain't, Rhea, you ain't never thought you was a head buster? Like I wish somebody would.
I've said it. I don't know if I'm about that.
Well, exactly. A lot of us say a lot of things. A lot of us think a lot of things, but we have judgment, dissension. We make decisions like, okay, well, calm down. That's a little crazy, right? Now, I ain't never threatened to shoot. No, I don't own guns. Never shot a gun, so that ain't me. But people get on camera and they do it for the gram all the time. I'm on straight violence, this young man said. And then to sit there and encourage somebody to blow that thing, as in shoot the gun on Water Street, and what you saw in the video, it was a very busy street. It's disgusting and despicable. And this behavior cannot be tolerated. I'm going to play this one more time for y'all, Truth Nation, because I need for y'all to go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube, and I need you to turn up your radio or turn up your app, because you got to hear some of the nonsense that is happening in the mentality of some of these sick individuals in our community. And I'm not quitting on these folks. I'm not giving up on them. But they are extremely misguided, and I just hope that they can see the light and realize how dangerous this type of behavior is on a busy street like Water Street that is part of the district that people go and party at. Go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube, replay that video again.
We on water, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I'm on straight nigga. I don't never come to water for fun, nigga. I come for all violence, nigga. You ain't gonna blow that. Ooh, he ain't gonna blow. Hey, oh my daddy.
Ain't nothing funny about that. If you know who these people are, you see the video's floating around social media. If you know who these people are, it is your duty to turn them in. It is not just to protect the community, but to save these young folks' lives. Save them from themselves. How anyone thinks that shooting a real gun on a busy street on one of the busiest nights in the city, where you have Brady Street Festival going on not too far away, and you know that a lot of that traffic and people are going to move up and down Water Street from Brady, what person in their right mind thinks that's a good idea? That is straight crazy. You have to have a mental illness. Legitimately, you have to have a mental illness to think that is okay. And the bottom line is this, Truth Nation. We need to stop acting like we don't have a problem here in our community. Because this behavior, I'm telling y'all, this is not normal. This is not normal behavior to be taking place in people's communities. And I keep saying this, but I do believe that this might be the incident that broke the camel's back. Now, I know I've said that many times, but I'm hoping that this actually is the one, because I think we actually have a chance to provide input and have our frustration voiced and be heard on this matter. Now, when we come back, I want y'all to ponder some things, but I'm going to tell y'all why I think there's actually finally an opening and an opportunity where enough was enough, because gunshots rang out on Water Street, and Water Street has a lot of businesses, and a lot of those businesses pay taxes, and a lot of those businesses help the economy of Milwaukee. And now folks in leadership, folks in power are finally trying to find solutions. But what I want to know as well, when we go to break, I want y'all to ponder some things. What are our demands? Like, we have an opportunity, and I'm going to tell y'all more about it on the other side. We have an opportunity to finally voice our opinion, but what is it that we want? What do we want to see done to improve public safety? What should be the punishment for those who display this type of behavior? Do we need to make examples out of these young folks and, sadly, out of these young black folks? 833-212-1017. That is the Truth Talking text line, and I want to hear from y'all. In 3 minutes, I'll tell y'all why you can finally voice your opinion, and we have an opportunity to enact real change in Milwaukee when it comes to this senseless nonsense. Violence, nonsense, and stupid mindset. Keep it locked. This is Truth to Power. In 4 minutes, actually. We'll be back.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on Collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. And I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers beat the Chicago Cubs 8-4 in Game 1 of their 3-game series at American Family Field. With the win, the Brewers improved to 63-43, now a 1-game lead on the Cubs in the division. After the game, manager Pat Murphy, after a rough start from starter Jacob Mizorowski, speaking on how he recovered.
That was the greatest thing that came out of the night, is that your guy that's a budding star has what it takes inside. He's going to be challenged again over and over in his career, but it was just, I thought it was awesome.
Game 2 is set for this evening. Quinn Priester on the mound. First pitch is set for 6:40. Sticking with baseball and Chicago, beloved Cubs star Ryan Sandberg did pass away at the age of 65. And lastly, we'll head over to college football, where University of Colorado coach Deion Sanders announced Monday that he underwent surgery to remove bladder after doctors discovered a tumor there. He did say he is now cancer-free. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown team. Member FDIC.
It is Truth to Power on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, the time is almost here. Be sure to tap into Truth to Power with myself, Kyle Wallace, on Friday, August 1st, as I will be giving away $5,000 to one of our lucky Truth fans who have been entered into the Gruber Law Office's $5,000 giveaway. Again, that is this Friday, August 1st, where I will be giving away $5,000 to one of our lucky Truth fans between noon and 1 p.m. And remember, you have to be tapped into the show in order to win this shmoney. My first time giving away the money. I've been behind the scenes doing it for years. Been watching y'all celebrate. Now is my time to shine. And who knows? I may give it away the first segment. I may give it away in the first 5 minutes to get it out the way. I may give it away during a break. I may give it away at the end of the show. You don't know, neither do I. But you'll find out if you listen. See if you win that $5,000 on Friday. It is Truth to Power on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I am your host, Kyle Wallace. And again, we're coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. You can always watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. That is 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. And on YouTube, we have some comments here. Somebody said, Marcus said, I'm glad that you are trying to be America's hero, Kyle, but some people just can't be saved. I hear you. I hear you on that. Another person, Marty, said, shout out to you, Marcus. Me and Marcus go way back, actually. Way back. A lot of people I know from the past coming around. Marty said, Water Street used to be safe and fun. I agree. Felix said, wow, that video is crazy. Marvin said, I am considering investing in private prisons. We have people out here that are just begging to go to jail or to prison. 833-212-1017. I feel you on that. As we're having a conversation about the violence that happened on Water Street. this past weekend. We'll play the video at some point, but people are recklessly shooting guns and endangering people's lives. And unfortunately, the common denominator looks like young black folks, and we have to solve this problem. We need to have more tough love, and I want to know what you all believe, so you can always call in, text in at 833-212-1017, and this guy always has some solutions. Maybe not always the best ones, but always a solution. Winky Blue. Okay,
some of them niggas got to die down there.
Oh, wow.
The word got to get back out. Hello?
You came in hot. Go ahead.
Hey, man, listen to this, man. These guys they got to be public. There has to be some kind of, listen, we understand the penalty, but the guy come down to a recreational area. This ain't no mental health. This is a bad dude. And he come down to I come here for violence. Man, the police, all stops got to be out. If you got a gun down there, you doing wrong. Police got to kill some of these boys, man. There's got to be some public execution. I'm black or white. It don't make no difference. Okay? Because me and you are victims of these people, man.
That's extreme, Winky. That's extreme.
No, that's not extreme. Extreme is when they go down, when they realize, dog, they'll kill you down there. And, man, the police shooting anybody, shooting folk with guns, man. Hey, look here, man. They run around here with them big sticks hanging out their pocket. I hope the heat get on them bullets and just go to flying off in their pockets, man. Okay? They walk around everywhere with these sticks hanging out. I just hope the hot heat get on them, man, and just start shooting off in their pockets, man. This is just going. The word got to get out. You get down there on Water Street. Hey, man, you out there like you get dead, man. It's just you get dead anywhere, really. Yeah. It ain't got to be Water Street. Anywhere, and we cannot go out marching because that baby had that gun out there. And that little boy, he a little boy to me. He out there talking about he come to Water Street for violence. Are you kidding me, man? Because he ain't afraid. That's the problem. We got to put some fear back in these folks. Black or white, I don't care. I'm not discriminating.
No, I feel you, Winky. I agree. And you made a comment about the gun going off in the pocket. I will say this. Hell, if it did, then it serves them right. Be more responsible. Because the acts that they displayed, that we played in that video earlier, that was an irresponsible act by that young man. And it caused for somebody to be harmed this past weekend. And we can continually see reckless acts, whether it's folks driving up Water Street, shooting at random bars and killing people, or whether or not it's people shooting on the weekend on Water Street this past weekend. I mean, I don't go to Water Street, but I got young cousins, man. Like, I got young family that go out to Water Street that want to kick it, have a good time. I want them to have a good, safe environment they can be in. We got to find solutions, and I'll share some with you. But 833-212-1017, I'll continue this conversation. But Brian from Milwaukee, you have comments on Water Street shooting.
Hey, I kind of agree with some of the stuff that Winky was saying, but back to my point, it's the drill rap, brother. It's the drill rap. Drill rap is not hip-hop. Since 2013, drill rap, Chief Keef, the ilk of a King Von, Lil Durk, and all those 42 Dub and all those little nuts like that have been brainwashing these youth.
42 Doug too. He's like 5'2".
It's okay. You were raised by a decent family that told you the differences between right and wrong and what's reality and what's entertainment. These kids out here without parents.
Brian, this is my thing. But my thing is this: you don't need a good parent. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm naive. You should need a good parent to know that going on video and saying I like to enact violence. You know what violence means. They not dumb. Violence means being reckless, endangering people. They know that's not the right thing to do.
Exactly. And that's not, when you say a young man, that's not a young man. That might be a young demon, but that's not a young man. We got to call these things out for what they are. They are demons. They are not human. They are not young men. They are straight evil demons, period. End of discussion, full stop, and they have to be dealt with. You can't fight a demon with kumbaya or marching. Or lead, what's the other funny thing y'all talk about? Lead in the water? Come on now. Man, lead been around for centuries, decades. And for the most part, you had a society that's majority decent with lead in the water. So let's not blame lead. Let's just blame it for what it is.
Okay.
Evil demons that are masquerading as humans.
Yeah, well, I can't deny that. I guess it's better to be called the evil demon than a YN. I don't know which one's worse. 833-212-1017. Again, we're having a conversation talking about, again, violence erupted on the streets of Milwaukee, but this time I felt like it was different. It was different because a drive-by shooting that happened, that is terrible. But this time, you got to peek into the mindset of some of these people and these fools that do some of these egregious acts in the community and create havoc and wreak havoc on the community. You got a little bit into the mindset with the video that they foolishly filmed of themselves, talking about wanting to commit violence, talking about blow that thing, shoot that gun, talking about, oh, my daddy. Like, these are the things that they said. So you got a little glimpse into what goes through their mind when they make these stupid decisions. But again, we can talk about the problem, and I'm going to give y'all a solution because I always want to be solutions-based. And the older people are actually holding a meeting tomorrow. They're holding a meeting tomorrow, an emergency meeting tomorrow, to address some of these issues. They're going to call the police department to see what is their plan. And so you have Jose Perez, the president of the council, and you have other council members that are calling on the police department to come up with a plan. And since you have council members who have to be part of this meeting, this is your opportunity to contact your representative and let your voice be heard. All you have to do is contact them, email them with ideas. These folks ain't superheroes. These folks ain't not touchable. These are regular individuals like you and I. And they don't have all the answers. We don't have all the answers. But you do have the ability to type up some ideas. I'm going to send my stuff over to my aldermen as well. Multiple, because I know some aldermen as well. And I'm going to say, these are some ideas that I have. Heck, I might send it to the police department. Because I have some ideas that I want to share, and I'll share it after G-High. But we got to come together as a community, and we have to admit that we have an epidemic, we have a problem, and everybody ain't going to make it out. And one thing I do agree with Winky Blue is I do not want any of these kids to get shot. But as soon as you bring a firearm out and you shoot that thing in the air, you are leaving yourself susceptible to end up 6 feet in the ground. That is a choice that you made. And that is sad for your family to deal with. But if you make that decision to put people's lives at risk in harm's way, the end result could be 6 feet under. 833-212-1017. G-High, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What are your thoughts here on this conversation?
How you doing, brother? Good afternoon.
I'm doing all right. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, so one main thing that I do understand is that in the metropolitan areas all across America, crime is fundamental. So as crazy as that may sound, I can go into one of the things I truly believe in is that we are overpopulated here in America. You have too many people covering one space. For example, Milwaukee County is the smallest county in the state, but it holds the most people. That's a big problem. The second thing is I learned on my transition of changing in life that hurt people hurt people. These young people are hurt. They are emotionless. They have never been loved correctly. They don't feel disappointment. They are hurt. They are lost and confused, and they are young. Most of them are making decisions that when they turn 35, they're going to totally regret. And then I can almost just guarantee you that 9.9 out of 10 of those young guys that's out there causing us havoc does not have a responsible man that is looking after them, holding them accountable, teaching them, and guiding them through this thing that we call life that we know is already tough by being a black man. It's a lot of things that's going on in the community. I'm just going to keep doing what I do, try to help, brother. But, yeah, we need to reach out to these young boys and love them and wrap our arms around them. And to the ones that don't want to be loved, we might have to go that winky way.
I appreciate you, G-High, for calling in. 833-212-1017. We're having a conversation about the terrible gunfire that rang out on Water Street Saturday, really Sunday morning, as it was a busy day on the weekend. People were on Brady Street, not too far away from Water Street, celebrating, just being out and having fun. And some fools did some nonsense like we about to play again. This is Truth to Power, and as we go to break, I want y'all to hear the mentality, the mindset, what's going through some of these folks' heads before they make these terrible, unforgivable decisions to wreak havoc on our community. I want y'all to hear what goes through their mind. Go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Or again, turn your radio up, 1017 The Truth. Or the Truth app, turn it up. But we're going to play the video as we get ready to head to break for 3 minutes. Before about what happened and how this happened, but also do know when we come back, I'm going to have solutions for you as well. I have solutions to this that I'm going to email to the folks that I know because I want to be part of the solution. But I want y'all to go to 1017 The Truth on YouTube or turn up your radio. And this is the video of what was said before gunfire rang out on Water Street on Saturday night.
We on water, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I'm on straight nigga. I don't never come to water for fun, nigga. I come for all violence, nigga. You ain't gonna blow that. Ooh, he ain't gonna blow that. Hey, oh my daddy.
In 3 minutes, we'll be back with some solutions to solve this nonsense.
You are listening to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Catch Truth to Power every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. Need a way to hype up your day?
Is this Eastside Double R?
Speaking.
Hey, what's happening then? Tell the family I said what's happening then.
Hey, y'all hear him?
What would you do with $5,000?
Man, I'm about to give back to the hood, you know. Might do a little block party or something like that, but we're going shopping first.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm Kyle Walsh, your host of Truth to Power. And we've been having a conversation talking about the shootings that have taken place on Water Street of late and how reckless these folks are. And we played a video for you so you can see the mindset of some of these individuals who are wreaking some of this havoc on our community. And again, I talk about some of the issues that we have and some of the problems that we have, but I think it's imperative that we also talk about how we can get solutions. And we have an opportunity because the Milwaukee Common Council, we have a meeting tomorrow. They're having a meeting tomorrow, an emergency meeting, to address some of the issues that are happening in our community, specifically on Water Street. Because in Water Street or near Water Street, whether it's Water and Knapp, whether it's on Main Street or Water Street, I'm trying to think of the cross sections, where there's been multiple shootings that have happened downtown. It has to stop, and it must stop. So with that meeting coming tomorrow, now is the time to email your representative and let them know what you want to see done, the change that you suggest to happen, and why it's important that they actually potentially bring the hammer down on some of the things that is happening. So for me, a couple of solutions that I have, Truth Nation, is I think that if you get caught doing some of this nonsense, you need to be arrested quickly, apprehended very quickly, and you need to pay a stiff fine, or based off what you did, maybe you need to spend some time behind bars. I don't want to lock more black folks up, but more than I care about, black folks getting locked up is the safety and well-being of people in our community. That's what I care about the most. Also, it's an easy solution simply to start putting up barriers on blocks where we have establishments, right? Putting up more barriers on blocks and charging to get into the Water Street district in these different streets. Whether you need to charge $5 or whatever it is, but maybe we need to start charging for folks to be able to get inside of there. And when they get inside of there, you scan their IDs. Every person that goes in there, they get their ID scanned. This allows for the police to know and everybody to know who's coming inside of the area, and it also has metal detectors. In addition to that, I think simply potentially maybe charging for parking at night. Right now, metered parking is free at night. Maybe from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., on troubled streets, like you see over there by Water, you start charging maybe $5 per hour or maybe $10 per hour. And you have a max 4 hours to park there. And if your car is still there at 2 a.m., they have the tow trucks like they used to. The tow trucks are ready to tow your car up out of here. And then you got to pay more money. But we need to make sure that we have deterrents put in place and able to keep folks who have riffraff out of there. So, yes, does it make it so it's more of a congested way to get in, more obstacles and barriers to be able to get in? Yes, it would be. But at the end of the day, it is about trying to get rid of some of these bad apples. The last suggestion I have is maybe having checkpoints coming into downtown where you wand these cars for weapons. And if there's weapons inside of the car, maybe you have to apprehend the individual and you take that weapon. I'm just saying we have to find some real solutions to the problems, because us just coming on here yelling and screaming and being mad about it, that ain't going to get things done. But us actually taking advantage of the opportunity that's presented to us with the fact that the Common Council is meeting tomorrow, this is our chance to present some solutions. Thank y'all so much, Truth Nation, for joining in today and listening to Truth to Power. We'll be back tomorrow as always. I'll be remote because I got to be out at Road America, but I'll be here. The Tory Lowe Show is up next from 1 to 4. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and tapping in. Peace out. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow.